What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right, man. Just read an article came out, man, that Adrien Broner has retired from boxing. It's got to tell you, it's the first time that I've heard him say this, that he's retired from boxing. It came out on I believe that is his Twitter page. You'll see the screenshot of it as you listen to the commentary. Before I get into that, though, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. And for the people that are watching and are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we drop videos, and also so that you're being notified of the live streams that we do. I'm going to be doing one later this evening. I was actually planning on doing one till I saw this came out, and I figured I'd just do a video real quick on it. So yeah, that's it. Your boy says he's retired. It's all over. Adrien Broner retires from boxing, claims he's done with the sport. The American 4-division world champion posted some worrying Instagram pictures on Wednesday. And the troubled 28-year-old also put up a worrying image consisting solely of the world's words. This is last week. You remember when he said he don't want to live no more, and what is the latest in a series of bizarre social media rants. This one, Broner, a 4-weight division champion, uploaded an image with the words, "I'm done. All MFers do is try to take advantage of me." In the caption, he said this, Showtime Boxing and Al Heyman, "I know we had plans, but this ish is over." So, look, man, goodbye. Okay? Like they say, bye, Felicia. Okay? Good. All this drama that's happening, man, Adrien Broner needs to sit down, man. He needs to sit down. The kid is constantly in the middle of some drama, some nonsense, man. Just let it go, dude. Just let it go. I'm cool with that. Now, the funny thing is that there'll be a lot of people that are going to miss Adrien Broner. I mean, I like Adrien Broner. I think he's a good guy. I mean, he's a funny guy. He definitely brings a lot of entertainment to the sport inside and outside the ring. You cannot say that Adrien Broner's ever been in a boring fight, or that he's ever just been a boring person, or somebody that people were not intrigued and interested to see get into the ring. But as of late, it's been more just ridiculousness than it is actually good quality stuff that happens, in the ring. Now they got a couple people in here, if you can look, this one guy, no disrespect, who says, "No, man, the sport needs your energy, character, and talent. Don't let the greedy, selfish MF stop you." Nah, man, go ahead and retire, homie. Go ahead and retire. All this attention seeking, all of this nonsense, man. If you got to go through all of this stuff, as long as you got your money right, hey, man, stop while you're ahead. Because, who knows what's going on with, cats trying to take advantage of him. I don't know. Was it one of his multiple baby mamas? God, dog, whatever. I hate using that word. I shouldn't use that word. But, whatever it is he's going through, man. Look, Adrien Broner just probably does need to call it a day. He needs to call it a day. If he's not serious and just because he's obviously not just serious and dedicated to the sport of boxing. He's clearly got other things on his mind. And, just all this up and down stuff. As a boxing fan, I'm just kind of tired of it. He's like Sideshow Bob at this point in time. Now, I'm happy that he got his draw against Jesse Vargas. I thought he won the fight against Jesse Vargas. I would love to see a rematch with Jesse Vargas. But if he retires, hey, man, so be it. So be it. I don't have an issue with it. That's going to allow other people to get the spotlight. Hopefully, guys like Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, guys like that, Telefimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, the guys that are coming up behind Adrien Broner in that general weight class, that general area, who are trying to be the next big guy. Hopefully they can learn from the lessons of Adrien Broner, that you can learn from Adrien Broner and his experiences in the ring. When Adrien Broner first came out, man, I got to tell you, man, I thought Adrien Broner, I thought he was one of the best things since he's one of the best things since sliced bread when he's at 135 pounds. Man, he had power. He was being marketed as somebody that worked tremendously hard. And, I just think that it just really went south when his ability to attract attention passed up his actual dedication to becoming better in the ring. And it's better that it ends now than it continues to go on and it gets tragic. If this is a situation where he really can't handle the spotlight and the pressures on that are putting on him in the spotlight, better to stop it now because it's already been a lot of drama. It's already been court case after court case, drama after drama, comeback match after comeback match. With that stuff that he put out there about, he's hoping somebody, comes and gets him. And man, just stop before somebody really does. I know there's a lot of people that believe that, when Adrien Broner got, he had that issue with his car when he had some people firing at his car. I think he went from Cleveland over, they drove across the state line in Kentucky. They handcuffed him. They did all that stuff. A lot of people thought, he's just faking and he did that to himself. There's a lot of people that think all of this is the statement that he made last week about, wanting to go, wanting to expire, right? That all of this is just manufactured for attention. Now, I do agree that it's manufactured because it's coming out of his mouth. And I do believe that it's getting a lot of attention. As clearly it is. But it's not good attention. It's not good. It's not good for him. It's not good for the sport of boxing. And at a certain point in time, man, not all money is good money, dude. If it's really that stressful and you really can't handle it, just go away, man. Sell a Bugatti, right? Sell the watches, tone your life down, man. Settle yourself up, and continue to go on, man. I hope the one thing that I do hope for Adrien Broner and all this nonsense is that it's really not like CTE, right? It's not like the fact that he's gotten hit in the head a lot and, he's just having a hard time with that because, he's been a boxer for a long time. He's taken a lot of shots to the head, from really hard punching guys. And, over time, man, that stuff can get you, man. You see what's happening with these guys in the NFL, specifically, what happened with, what is this guy, Kellen Winslow? I don't know if that's Kellen Winslow Jr., right? But the tight end that used to be with the Chargers that just was just arrested for, being accused of, attempting to do some very improper things with, 50, 60, and 70-year-old women. You had a guy that not Shannon, is it Shannon Sharper or Darren Sharper? Can't remember which one of the Sharpers it was that wind up being in trouble, because he was just doing crazy stuff, man. You have all these guys, who from the NFL that are donating their brains to science because, they've really, really suffered with a lot of, traumatic head injuries. And I have a hard time believing, man, that those boxers, aren't suffering as bad or worse from than the football players are. So I'm hoping that this is him just having some emotional problems and whatever, with all this drama that keeps up and his inability, to control himself and what it seems like an inability to, control himself. I'm hoping that's just immaturity and it's just, him really needing to get out of the spotlight. I'm hoping that it's not a situation like Jermaine Taylor, where Jermaine Taylor wound up, man, he actually suffered some very vicious knockouts. And, if you guys aren't familiar who Jermaine Taylor was before is Jermaine Bad Intentions Taylor. He was the middleweight champion, the last unified middleweight champion. He's a guy that he took Bernard Hopkins' belt in a bout, and then he won another, and then he won the rematch against Bernard Hopkins. But then after that, man, he just turned. It wound up that he would be fighting these really good fights, man, and he would just get hit and all this, like against Arthur Abraham, and I think it might even happen against Kelly Pavlik as well. I can't remember all the people who knocked him out, but it was like he started suffering like really scary knockouts. And now, if you just listen to the way that he talks, the way that he acts, it's just, I know he got put in jail for, he tried to do away with his brother-in-law, right? Had something like his girlfriend was in the house and she was doing, just all kind of craziness, man. That came from, I think he had substance abuse issues, but substance abuse issues could be caused because he's trying to deal with physical pain that he suffered in the sport of boxing. So, this mental illness stuff is nothing to play with. And Adrien Broner has it's just real questionable, man. It's real questionable, all this crying and and posting these messages. If he's gonna retire, man, just retire. Retire, seek some help, not just like counseling type of help, but get a brain scan, man. Get a brain scan, man, and see if there's just something ain't right in your head, man, because clearly, there's something a little bit off about Adrien Broner. And not just in this tweet. The way that he walked, what worried me too about Adrien Broner is like during the beginning of the year when ESPN Showtime had that, walked all the boxers on the onto the stage who were going to fight in the first half of the year. The way that Adrien Broner was just behaving on the stage, just looking at people, looked irritated, saying crazy stuff. Man, I'm not 100% convinced that that's just, that's just stuff that he's doing for effect. He really does, to me, seem to be somebody that is troubled. And I just don't know whether that's trouble is psychological or it's psychological and it's physical. But whatever the case is, if Adrien Broner was to retire and he was really serious about this, I would applaud him. I'd say great career. I'm happy for you, man. It really is time to go. And it's time to go before things really get, it's not a case where, people think it's, the boy that cried wolf, right? But it really winds up being, a tragic situation. And, unfortunately, like I said about Jermaine Taylor, Jermaine Taylor right now it's a tragic situation, man. That's a tragic situation. And I wouldn't want to see that repeated for Adrien Broner. I would rather have Adrien Broner just walk off, man. Just walk off with your money and be done. But anyway, I'm not going to go too long on this one, man. There ain't too, it just is what it is with Adrien Broner. And with that, I'm out. Peace.